Morning, everybody. Starting our day out on the Indiana Woodsmen last days of winter camping trip. And I'm here at the Pioneer Cabin waiting on Brennan and John to show up. What was originally about an 8-man crew turned into a 3-man crew. Between sickness and people getting injured on the job and having to work Saturdays, and Josh having to work something about work. I saw on Facebook where he posted that he's doing 18-hour days or something crazy like that. So, and he's still not done with all his work, so he couldn't join us this time. But should be a pretty good trip. It's gonna be cold. I think it's about 15 degrees right now, but it's gonna warm up to it was like almost 40, I think, in the daytime. So that'll be pretty nice. The only bad thing is I've got my Vibrams on, and I forgot to take my boots, so I'm stuck with my Vibrams, and all the frozen ground is probably going to turn to slush, and my feet are going to get wet and cold. But hey, that's life, right? But I think it's supposed to get down to low 30s tonight, maybe rain, maybe snow. Who knows? I get rained almost every time I come out here, so I'm expecting to get rained on. It's just part of it, I guess. But I'm hoping to take a lot of video this time. There's only a few of us here, so should be plenty of opportunities for me to get some good video and show you guys the trip. Stay tuned.
Taking some video?
I am now, yeah. The ground's not quite thawed yet. Still a little crunchy. It's going to be messy getting out of here. That's John on your right and Brennan on the left. The other two guys that joined us. Think something jumped up and bit you? We're getting pretty close to our final destination.
Man, you can see this white from light.
Yeah, I noticed that. I thought it was a piece of trash hanging on it.
I thought it was some kind of like sign or something. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard that if you ever have to leave a note, as long as you have a knife and a mark, like a Sharpie, with you in the woods, you can always scrape off like a big old piece of bark on something and write a note for somebody. That way, if you don't have paper, you can always have the white of the tree.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's too bad Michael's not here to give us a video forecast update.
Yeah. Sorry, Ferdinand boys.
Yeah.
Turn out on us like that.
I plan on taking lots of video so we can rub it in their faces. We discovered that there was a dead tree laying over where we're getting ready to camp. Not too big in diameter, but real tall. And we're hoping that it's good for firewood. It's great diameter. But Brennan's going to go ahead and fell the tree. It's dead. And I'm going to videotape. Just so there's proof that I didn't kill him. Or John.
Right there.
You sure you've got a good exit strategy?
Yeah. Alright. This thing it's only got like an inch of wood holding this thing. Push it, hurry up. Hold on. It's got way too much back lean.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna do something kind of dangerous here.
Well, it's on camera, so.
That makes a YouTube worthy.
That's right.
Alright, I'm gonna cut through the notch. which is never really a good idea. This may destroy my saw.
Is there a safer route?
Yeah. We could take line and throw it as high as we can get over that limb and try to pull it, get leverage on it and pull. Hey, you want me to come up here and push? I don't think we're gonna push this thing, man. I don't think we're tall enough. It's got too much back lean to it. Smart choice on the tree. What's that?
It's going. Ha ha! Success.
Yes.
And no one's hurt.
All's well that ends well.
Yes.
What is that?
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Got some shelter building going on.
We are
Some
using the
firewood pile.
oh,
Go ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
So we're using the tarp. We're using just the 1 mil, or not even 1 mil. I think it's 0.75 mil.
Wow.
Painter's drop tarp. So it's got an R value of less than 1. Just so if you're wondering, that means that it's got a heat retention of basically being on the outside with no insulation at all.
Yeah.
So it's all good. This is just to beat a windbreak, and if we get a little bit of rain tonight, it'll keep it off of us.
I'm hoping we don't. There's not a cloud in the sky right now.
Oh man, it's about as beautiful and clear of a day as you can get.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Now you can go back to your part.
We're gonna do a long fire tonight. We're gonna have two. That log and that log there are gonna be kind of like the ends to keep everything in, and then we're gonna run body length logs on the inside. And this is gonna be the fuel for it. Real big stuff. And nobody brought an axe. I didn't bring an axe. I normally do. I didn't even bring the chopper this time. Chopper would have took care of that. But these were dead standing trees, and they're bone dry on the inside, even to the point where a lot of them, as you can see there, have the little checks in them where they're starting to split on their own from drying out. So hopefully that'll work. If it does work, we'll probably be in a sauna tonight. But that's where we're at. They're going to build their shelter. We're going to get the fire in position, not light it yet, but get it in position. Then I'm going to set mine up.
Just enough to toast the
And we'll get back with you.
There you go.
All right, guys, it's about 8 p.m. It's almost time for bed. We're all tired. I'm normally a 10 o'clocker myself, but not tonight. Brennan's tired. John's tired. I'm tired. This is our long fire. And this thing is huge.
Raging.
This is a survival fire.
Look at this, dude. Man, that is.
Let me back up.
That is unbelievable.
Stand next to it. There you are. That's how tall the flames are.
Updraft. That's as tall as me, man. Those flames. Good night.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to freeze tonight. But our wood pile needs to grow a little bit. Just a little bit more. We got plenty of big logs. I mean, look how big around some of these logs are. What we need is some more medium-sized stuff to keep good flames on it. We've got lots of big stuff. We just need more medium. So before we turn in for the night, we're going to go hunt down some more medium and drag it over. It's been a good day.
That has been a good day.
Yeah.
A great day.
I wish I had more water, and I wish I had the motivation to go back down to the river and get all muddy and wet and nasty to get more, but I just don't.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Oh goodness. Well, I'll go make the sacrifice, and I'll get us all some water.
Yeah?
Yeah. Y'all get the firewood, I'll go get the water. How about that?
Hey, you know what? That sounds like teamwork.
That's a deal right there.
Yes. He is. How nice is that?
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, for all of us.
Go load us up.
All right, dude, let me empty my cup. I hope the camera can pick that sound up.
I hope so too.
You know what I mean?
Hear that?
We've been letting this fire grow and grow, putting some more logs on it. And the way the logs are stacked in there right now, it almost has like an airflow to it, almost like a forced induction airflow, and you can hear it.
Yeah. You can see the flames are like sucking in this
Yeah.
way. It's crazy. Wow. We made a rocket stove. We didn't even know it.
Yeah, that putting off a serious amount of heat. That fire, like the coal bed, is about 5 foot long. This is a serious fire.
Mission accomplished.
Probably cooking your head over there, isn't it?
It feels great. It's perfect.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, you need to get down in here.
John is about, you can't really pick him up in the video. He's, what is that, 3 feet away from it maybe?
Dude, I'm standing.
Feel my head.
I'm a good solid 5 feet away
Feel
from
my
this thing.
head.
And I mean, I'm just feeling
Yeah.
Feel my head.
the sunburn coming on.
Feel your head.
Dude, your hair is nice and warm. You're a good toasty 80 degrees on that mane of yours.
Yep. Build it up with some more big logs. Lay down. Sleep for a good 4 hours. Put some more on. Sleep the rest of the night.
I don't know, Danny.
I'm hoping that's how it goes down.
This wood might make it the whole night.
I think it might.
This is crazy.
I really thought the large round logs would not burn well, but they are burning very well.
This is unreal, man.
So, any thoughts? You can't really see you in the video.
No, that's all right.
Any thoughts before we turn in?
Man, this has been a wonderful day. I cannot tell you all the things that I've learned. We got to, so we've made our long fire today. We've, I know John will probably have some commentary for things that he's learned, but we've gotten to test out the browse bed, and so far that's been just amazing.
I'd like to get a video of that in the morning after you've really
Yeah, I mean,
put it through the ringer.
It feels great right now. Just a good sitting spot and also a good lay spot, I'm sure. So we're gonna test that out tonight. And man, we got to make our. We took a video of that earlier. Maybe we'll take another video in the morning, but of our what was that thing called? Our sawhorse.
Yeah.
So that was a neat little helpful make that we did today. Dude, do you hear this thing? I mean, this thing is just going. It's like this thing has been injected with.
Air.
Yeah. I was gonna say like
It's like somebody's blowing on the end of it.
gasoline or something.
It's like there's somebody at the end of it just constantly blowing on it.
All right, John. What'd you learn today? He's only got so much video.
Pack well,
Yeah.
better. Plan better.
What does that mean? What would you do specifically next time different?
Try to find items that are smaller, but that can do the same thing as something that's larger. Food.
What would you do different on food?
A lot more snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick snacks. Things that don't require cooking.
But I mean, those 2 meals I had were filling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, especially that last one.
Mountain House meals.
Yeah. So what else? What's one more thing that you would say? Hey, I learned this today.
Get those fibers up. I don't
Oh, for your fire starting?
I've seen you guys build these shelters.
Yeah.
These,
Helpful
good.
little tip tricks.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't think I could do them until I learned how to do better knots.
Yeah.
I mean, Danny's over there is just posts and
4 stakes.
stakes,
Yep.
but this right here is
Yeah, you had to make the toggles.
yeah. That was pretty with those leaves. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, that's all. I didn't invent that one. I can tell you that.
But I don't know, just little tiny things.
Cool.
All right.
All right, Danny. You can't stop the video.
Oh, okay.
What'd you learn?
I learned that when someone in the group feels that there's not enough firewood, that they should speak up. Because I
Now
totally.
pan over to that big pile.
I,
over there.
well, they can't see. You can't see it.
We've got a bigger pile now.
Yeah.
We went and got some more medium stuff. Well, y'all did.
Well, because I just had this thought in my head that to get the coal bed we need, we're going to have to burn the majority of our fuel to get there, and we did. But between the 3 of us, we spent maybe 20 minutes, and we built the pile up to where I think we were all comfortable with it.
Technically, man, it was only you and John.
Yeah.
'Cause I went and got water.
Well, yeah, you got water. That's another thing too. That I took my Camelback, and I took 1 container, and to me that wasn't enough. I should have at least taken 2 containers. And access to water for me is huge. Like, because we were going to go on Lloyd's cabin, and we would not have had access to water.
We would be not happy right now.
So we would be very thirsty.
Yeah.
And I always try to plan camping trips where I'm close to water, because I always run out.
Yeah.
If I take a gallon, I'll drink the gallon. If I have it, I'm going to drink it. What else did I learn? I learned that, I think I'll give some thoughts in the morning on my shelter. It's going to be a little claustrophobic. I like to be able to move around, because I'm going to have to take my Vibrams off, and I'm not going to be able to do that inside of it. I'm going to have to take them off out here and step in the mud and then let my feet dry for about 30 minutes before I put my wool socks on. I left my boots at home, which I did an opening video in the car. And I forgot my boots. I forgot my boots. We're basically in a swamp down here.
Yeah, it's nasty.
And I've had mud and water going up through my toes the whole time. If this were 20 degrees compared to 35 or whatever it is, I would not be nearly as happy right now. Let's see. I'm good on food. As far as new people wanting to try this, practice firecraft at home before you come out. That was probably my biggest downfall, because I watched survival shows on TV and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go out and do this. And I grabbed a pile of leaves and a fire steel, and I was there for a long time. I collected cedar bark along the way. When I saw wild grass, dead wild grass, I picked it up, stuffed it in my pocket. Just little things that I've learned, coming out here. Preparation is obviously important, but if you're not prepared, knowing what you can grab. And you can't see it. I'm not even going to bother trying to show you, but it's actually clear skies tonight. It's a first for me.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, we're at 9 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Anything else?
We're good, man.
All right.
Stoke the fire and go.
Yeah, I can actually see you now.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we're getting some. So we'll stoke the fire and one last time and get this thing
Yep.
to bed.
We'll get back with you in the morning. Well, it's about 6:45 in the morning now. Sun's starting to come up a little bit. You can faintly see some daylight. Yeah. Their shelter held up. John just cut the strings, but my shelter held up too. It was okay. I don't really. It was a little too claustrophobic for me. which I realized that probably helped keep some of my heat in. But my nose was, if I laid on my back, my nose was on the tarp, and I wasn't really cool with that. When it gets a little more light, I'll show you. But our firewood pile is completely gone. We had to go get more. But that fire is so hot. It did a really good job. It's some of the best sleep I've ever had out here. Like 2-3 hours at a time. Waking up stiff, everything's asleep. That's good. It's good sleep out of here. And you slept
Man, brother.
probably mostly through the night, didn't you?
Yeah. I had to wake up once.
I've got to get that modular sleep system.
I'm telling you, man, that black bag is awesome. If we didn't have that plastic tarp, I would have the bivvy would have been on it, and that would have been plenty. So that bivvy and the black bag, that'll keep you good down to 0 degrees.
Yeah.
Combined. So that's good enough for me, man, for what we're typically used to in the Midwest.
Yeah. I'd like to know exactly how cold it got. It doesn't seem like it got below freezing.
I don't.
Video got cut short because my phone died, but I got it charging now. With my little battery pack. Charge at home, bring it with you. Really nifty. We're all having breakfast. It started raining real hard for like 10 minutes. So all of our shelters are gone. Everybody's packed up, really. But eating some breakfast. What are you having for breakfast, Brennan?
Orange, craisins, granola, and a coffee.
Wow. That's one heck of a breakfast.
We're ready to go.
What are you having for breakfast, John?
Freeze-dried scrambled eggs with bacon.
Nice. I had a Cliff Bar and 2 Quaker oatmeal bars. But yeah, the fire did really well. Here's the fire pile that you saw yesterday. It's non-existent. We burned through all of it and then some. But
So how many trips do we have to do to go get extra wood?
last night,
Yeah.
I don't know. I did a couple just to get a few things, and then you did one. So really, I mean, I didn't expect those big round logs to burn like they did.
So
I mean, it was like throwing kindling on a small campfire.
Oh, absolutely. So if we'd probably spent maybe an extra hour yesterday.
Yeah.
Getting more wood, we probably wouldn't have had to get up at all.
Yeah.
That's what I would imagine.
I think we needed maybe 3 or 4 more big logs, and that would have done it.
Well, it did. It kept us. That's what, we drug this one in late. We had that. We haven't even still used that one.
Yeah, it's true.
This is a huge.
Yeah.
This is a huge coal bed. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, the heat. It doesn't look like much right now, but the heat. You cannot get very close to this thing. It's very hot. And this is, unless, you know what, I think I did see a bucket.
There was one.
A bucket down there.
Yep.
If it still holds water, we might grab that, and because this is, if we don't do anything with it, this is going to burn for another day at least.
Yeah.
But then again, there is that storm coming supposedly, but
That's
I don't.
true.
But that storm might have wind with it, and that's not a good combination.
Leave it up to chance.
So we're going to be responsible adults and put our fire out.
Our humongous fire.
Yeah, that's the way to go right there.
That's right.
And that 30-inch buck saw went through those logs like no trouble. So
I did, man. Show them that. Show them the setup.
got a stick tied between 2 trees here, and that was just kind of like a little lean-to sawhorse. And we were cutting some huge logs, just laid up against it. It's a nice, comfortable height to cut at. And we were cutting logs this big around, that big around.
Buck saws.
Probably about maybe a 2 or 3 minute cut. And you don't press hard, you just let the saw do the work. It's a useful tool.
Mm-hmm.
But, like we said yesterday, next time the axe is coming.
Mm-hmm.
So many useful things you can do with a chopping tool.
Mostly for splitting.
Yeah.
That's what we needed.
Yeah.
But, well, I say we needed it, but man, the fire was so hot. The dry logs were igniting almost immediately.
Yeah.
But,
That is true. We felt that we needed to split, but then again, the results speak for themselves. We didn't have to.
You know, it's interesting because I was telling you guys earlier, but we'll say it for the camera. One of the logs actually came off of this one at about 4 a.m. this morning. I picked up a piece of that was, I don't know, probably about that size right there, about 7, 8 feet. And man, it was frozen solid, straight in the ground, been there probably for all year, if not last year too. And it's just solid, frozen. And I just threw it in there, and after about 20 minutes, it started to ignite too. It's just so hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think just about anything would burn or melt if you threw it in there. All right, well, we're gonna finish eating, finish packing, and start walking.